What's up, you guys? My name is Wolf, and welcome back to LEGO Arts. So in the last episode, we did a showcase on like some of the first vehicles I ever made on like the Batmobile and the Redbird. So now in this episode, since it's October, of course, I decided to do a showcase of my custom LEGO Nightmare Before Christmas minifigures. Let's be honest, how many of you were expecting this? And in these guys I recently got done recently, and I decided like let's go ahead and do some since it's Halloween. And so, of course, we got Jack Skellington, Sally, and Zero. I decided to focus on these three the most. And before you ask, what about characters like the Mayor, or Oogie Boogie, or Lock, Shock, and Barrel, and the rest of, like, some of the other cast? I'm not gonna do them, and it's for a couple of reasons. And that's time, interest, and parts. And, like, since October is gonna be done in, like, 5 days, it's like, there won't be enough time to do those figures. So I decided to mainly focus on the important ones. So, as you guys know the whole drill, we are going to take these minifigures one at a time, do a review on them, explain like my whole process, and why I went with this route. So, let us begin, of course, with the main man himself. So, of course, to start the showcase off is Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King. This minifigure, I definitely wanted to get done in time. He's like the most customized out of all of them. If you recall, like, months ago when I went to Denver Comic-Con, I actually got a Jack Skellington minifigure, but there were a couple of problems that I saw with it. Like, the head wasn't accurate with the face. It was weird. Alright, I'll bring it out later to do, like, a little comparison. And two, something about it was missing to me. And that was the height. To me, Jack Skellington is supposed to be tall. Like, we've seen him, he's, like, the tallest and skinniest skeleton on the planet. So it's like, I want to match that up. So, what I did was, I got, like, one of my spare Toy Story minifigures that I keep lying around for, like, these rare occasions, and I completely repainted it black, then applied on, like, the white, like, detailing, like, the stripes, and you can vaguely see it, but, like, the suit pattern, and went from there. So, like, some of the stuff that I've done is that on the back, as you can see, like, he's got, like, his little cape thing. I have not yet mastered, like, the art of fabrics, so, I went with the 3D parts, but I made it for where, like, I can still bend the legs, and it can still be movable. That was a mistake that I did with my Aqua minifigure, but it's like, you learn from your mistakes, and you go from there. The Bat's bow tie, this is actually, like, one of my spare batarangs, and arranged for my Lego Batman minifigures, but I took one and I added like the little bat head on, and then once I like put on the head, I measured out, like, make sure, like, okay, this is big enough, and then put it on. I don't know, because of course I'm a sucker for when it comes to 3D elements. The main thing that I really like about this minifigure is the head. I'm not joking when I say that this is one of the rare times that I get the face right. Like, I'm not joking. As soon as I finished, like, painting the head white, and then waiting for it to dry, I then took a Sharpie, carefully drew out the smile, then added the nose, and then added the eyes, and then, like, the rest of his, like, little teeth marks. And it's like, as soon as I saw that it was complete, I was like, I'm done. I can't touch this. I can never touch this again. So you can tell that it's, like, one of the rare moments I have. Like, oh my god, it's perfect. And, like, let's get out the other Jack to do, like, sorry, I'm moving in my chair, I'm gonna fall or something. So, this is, like, with the original Jack. As you can see, there is a huge difference between the two. Like, the suit actually looks leaner. That's sort of, like, a downside with me, is that, like, the lines don't look nice and neat. That's the one thing I like about this minifigure, is that it looks more neat. But, like, practice takes perfect, and hopefully one of these days I can get it for where, like, I can perfect it. Well, not really perfect it, but get much better at it, feel much more confident in everything. But yeah, like, when looking at the other minifigure, I wanted to, like, get a more accurate Jack Skellington, and this was the result. So, I'm really satisfied with this minifigure, and I hope you guys are too. Okay, now let's move on to our next minifigure. So, next up is, of course, Sally, and if you're wondering, like, why does this look familiar? It's because that this actually is the original Sally that I got from Denver Comic-Con. This one, it mainly had everything correct. Everything was right in place, except for, like the rest of, like, her her dress supposed to be, like, on the side legs and, like, on the arms. I was jumping back and forth on whether or not to do this. And really the reason of, like, why I ended up not doing it is because the pattern's already, like, correct. It's already, like, the way how we want it. but I didn't want to damage it any further. So it was, but I didn't want to like mess it up or make it look inaccurate. So I decided like, okay, how about we just focus on like the skin tone and the hair, and we should be fine. So one of the problems that I had, the skin tone was kind of fine, but I wanted to make it more accurate. So I took like Robin's Egg Blue. And I carefully went around the face like as best I could. You could see like a little paint in my eye, paint in the eyes, but not too much. Not much. It can easily be fixable. I took a Sharpie to like continue on the stitch, like the stitch patterns. My main problem that I really had with the original was the hairpiece. I found the hairpiece inaccurate, because Sally's hair is more slit back. There's not like a bit of it hanging off of like her shoulder or anything. So it was just like, let's fix that. So, I don't know exactly where this is from. I'm assuming it's from a Harry Potter set, but it's like from my box of Legos. And I found a hairpiece for like the hair. It was closest to like what Sally is supposed to look like. So I took that hairpiece and I put it on here. I gave it a coat of red paint, and it came out pretty good. So, again, I didn't trust myself of like, trying to do, like, the pattern detailing, because, like, I'm still in that stage for, like, I make mistakes, but sometimes it's not the way how I want it. So, I feel like with more practice, I can get it right. So this will be another one of my minifigures that I'll go back to try and fix, and hopefully I can get it all correct. Right. Okay, now, let's move up to our last minifigure. Well, it's not even a minifigure, but it still counts. So, of course, last up on the list is the first dog I've ever made, Zero. This one I definitely wanted to do, because I don't really see, like, a Lego Zero out there, so it's just like, let's change that, shall we? Yeah, shall we? So, what I did was, like, I made this, like, bit by bit. I first took some clay, pulled it back to try to give it, like, that ghost effect that Zero has, and then I carefully made, like, a small head, put it on, and then, like, I made the ears separately, I glued those on, and then, like, his nose, put it on here. I know the nose doesn't have, like, the pumpkin face, but again, I'm still at that phase where it's just, like, need trial and error, and plus, painting, like, very small detail parts, I have not mastered that, so it's just, like, let's not ruin this. But, like, of course, I drew out the face, and I drew out the eyes, and one of the things that I really wanted to have Zero stand out was, like, I had this spare translucent rod that I think I was saving for something else, but it was just, like, it can match up for, like, his ghost flying effect, so he can really, like, represent, like being the ghost dog. So this minifigure, I don't even know why I keep calling it a minifigure. Let's just go with it. So this figure, was definitely, like, something a bit unusual to make, but here on LEGO Arts, we always, like, make some unusual stuff. Like, Wave 3 of Benny and Ink Machine, it's all sorts of crazy. And yeah, not really a whole lot else to go on with Zero. So, like, if you wanted to, he could, like, stand next to, like, Jack and Sally. He's roughly about close to Jack's height, because I really wanted to give, like, that high effect that Zero can have. And in general, that pretty much does it. So, how about we go ahead and wrap this video up and conclude things from there. And that pretty much does it for this episode of LEGO Arts. And before I continue, alright, end things off here, the background is actually an art project that I did in high school last year. It's a clay portraits that I wanted to make. I originally wanted to try to do a full, like, Nightmare Before Christmas set. But again, like, time and materials, I may not have enough, like, sort of materials of, like, I wanted to do to make the Spiral Hill, and I'm sort of, like, on a time schedule. For what's going on with me. So, like, for next episode of LEGO Arts, I literally don't know what it is. It'll probably most likely be an original, another one of my old projects that I just showcased. Nice. But for some future project updates, KH Wave 5 is still under construction. I'm very sorry about that. I'm planning on doing a Detroit Wave 2 there. I will be doing, like, Luther, Simon, Josh, and one other character. I won't tell what that character is, but all I can say is it's not exactly from the game. So I'll leave you guys wondering about that. And a bit of change of plans for LEGO Overwatch. I am not joking when I say that after I said that I was planning on doing LEGO Overwatch, a few days later, LEGO announced, it's just like, guess what? We're going to do LEGO Overwatch. And it's just like, seriously? It's like the universe heard me, and it's just like, oh, we'll make it happen for you. or you. So what I might do is that I might get the sets, and I'll do reviews on them. Like Lego, I'm willing to do reviews on your sets. We can make it happen. And I'll do like reviews on them, and then afterwards, if I feel like if there's stuff accurate, I can go back and change it, like I did with the Avengers. Like most of it is still the same, but slight modifications. And if you're wondering on like any other projects like for instance like Bendy, like any more Lego Bendy, honestly I'm not sure. I don't know if I'll do the Nightmare Run bosses, and it's mainly because I'm not sure if they even like really count as Bendy figures for the actual game. And with the game, there's not really anybody else to make. Like, unless Chapter 5 magically releases a brand new character, there's no one else left to do. So it's like, I don't know if I'll do any more Bendy figures. I might, but it's not a full guarantee. And speaking of Bendy, in case you guys haven't heard, on the 31st, I'll be doing a full live stream on Halloween night of all of Bendy and Ink Machine. We're going to be going through chapters 1 through 5, and today after this, I'll have to record chapter 5, so that'll be fun. And my Archie and my Connor jacket is supposed to arrive tomorrow, so I'll most likely be dressed up as Connor. So it's gonna be amazing. But enough chit chat. I really hope you guys enjoyed the showcase, and if it inspired you to make your own Nightmare Before Christmas, I support it. And if you want to do it, go ahead and give it a shot. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, hit that like button, comment below what you think, share this to your friends, subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Twitch, and here's a hell of the road. Ow! Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time when the ice moon rises!